landed at the Grand Canyon National Park Airport. And the sun was setting. It was so gorgeous. I had got some of the greatest pictures. Now there's no like hanging out. I mean, we fly most of the day. We sleep, we get up as soon as we can and leave to continue on. We want to cover as much ground as possible. The next day we flew into Scottsdale, Arizona, and I actually flew in the Cirrus for a little bit. That was very cool. And then from Scottsdale, we went to Sedona, Arizona, and Google that airport. That was a very cool airport to land at, and gorgeous sunset there as well. So pretty. We stayed there for the night, and the next morning, from what I can recall, this may not be 100% accurate, but the next morning the weather was terrible. There were storms, and I was not an instrument rated pilot at that time, and my plane I knew couldn't climb really above the clouds. The Cirrus pilot and co-pilot stayed a very long time. We were waiting for these storms to pass. Finally they took off, headed back to Chicago, and we were going a southern route to hit some of the southern states to head back to Tennessee. So we actually wound up staying the night because we just couldn't take the risk of getting in the weather. Stayed the night, got up the next morning, and took off from Sedona, my uncle and I.
Sedona traffic, Archer 474 Yankee is departing runway 21, Sedona traffic. Phoenix approach, Archer 474 Yankee, departed Sedona with request VFR flight following.
Archer 474 Yankee, thanks for go ahead with your request.
474 Yankee would like to request flight following to Alpha Bravo Quebec, 474 Yankee.
Archer 474 Yankee, radar contact 5 miles southeast of Sedona, press cutoff altimeter 3020. What's your request about?
3020, requesting 9,500, 474 Yankee.
And Archer 474 Yankee, ready.
And from Sedona, we flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Pretty physical.
Yep. Albuquerque Center, Ryan 453365, American 2047. Not for sissies and the faint of heart, is it?
No.
First time into Albuquerque, refueled, and just wanted to check that city off of our have seen list. Continued on to Amarillo, where we stayed the night, and we rented a car because I had to see Cadillac Ranch. I was in Amarillo. I had to see Cadillac Ranch, but it was really cool. Got some great pictures of the Cadillacs, and it was a great experience. After Amarillo, we headed to Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is where I lost the key to my airplane because we had locked it, I think, when we went in to get some lunch or something, and I came back, unlocked it, left the key in the door. We took off, and I am like, what is that noise? I keep hearing this flapping noise. I'm like, something is about to completely fall apart on my plane. And finally, it was no longer there, and I thought, instantly I knew that was the key to my plane. So I have no key to my plane now, which is kind of a bummer because you leave your headsets in there, and when you can lock it. It's nice. Now I can't do that. Then from Tulsa, we flew to Fayetteville, Arkansas, and that wasn't necessarily the plan. I do think we had to refuel, but the weather was not looking good. We had really low ceilings and low visibility. It was marginal. We landed, there were kind of some thunderstorms, coming around. Refueled and waited and waited and waited, and I did not want to spend the night there. Did not want to spend the night in Fayetteville. There's really nothing there, zero. I really wanted to get to Nashville so I could stay with my mom. So we did actually take off. There was kind of a hole in the weather, and I was like, Robert, let's go. Let's do it. I probably would not have done it if Robert had not been with me. He's been flying for 50 years, so that made me feel a little more secure. But it was very tense. We had no straight route. We were north, east, south. I mean, it was crazy getting around all these storms, and the visibility in the beginning, the first 45 minutes to an hour, was not good. I had a few more gray hairs come in during that trip. Then we made it to Nashville. I unpacked and stayed at my mother's house. The weather was looking great the next day. I was in really no big hurry to get home to Cincinnati, so I was able to visit with my mom a little bit and then head back home. It was a very long trip. I think it was maybe 10 to 12 days, but it was so fun. It was such a great experience. I got to meet so many cool people, see a lot of different airports, a lot of beautiful scenery, had some great meals, had some really great conversation about trips and future trips that we could possibly plan. It's just really cool. So I really just want to encourage everyone to, I meet people that only stay around their little airports, and that's kind of sad to me because you can become a better pilot, I think, if you experience these things like density altitude and the gustier winds, heavier winds, different terrain. And it's just so exhilarating, motivating to see something different. To me, that motivates me to see different landscape and to see a different airport and to meet different people. Find a friend, find a family member, call me, message me. I would love to go on another cross-country trip, and let's plan a trip. I mean, plan a trip, go somewhere new, cross-country, somewhere far, and a totally different experience. I'm serious, do it. I want to do it, and if you do it, you need to let me know because I want to do it too. I don't want to miss out, and hopefully it will inspire you and encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. So thanks for watching. Again, it's Natalie Fly Girl Kelly, and I look forward to seeing you next time.